We decided that we weren't going to wait for this disease to attack us, that we were going to not worry about something that we can't change. And there is no treatment, there is no cure currently, so we decided that we would just enjoy each day and worry about what we could worry about, which was our family and our decisions now. So we have decided that we want to start raising awareness for motor neurone. We discovered that not many people knew a lot about it, including ourselves. So we are participating in certain fundraising events to raise money not only for MND but to raise awareness.
I've done the City to Surf 6 times. This time we went in the back of the pack wearing the blue MND shirts, and by far it's the most I've ever enjoyed it. You see a whole nother side of the world. The other 5 I've only really been concentrating on myself and self-indulging. And you walk in the back of the pack with people who are doing 14Ks with one leg, and blokes in wheelchairs pushing another bloke in a wheelchair up Heartbreak Hill, and 89-year-olds. Everybody's got their own challenges. And, you can only do the best with what you got, I guess. That's all you can do.
Our priorities have changed. We no longer have such a stress about a clean house or anything like that. It's more about spending time with family and friends and experiencing life. Our most recent walk was the Lake Macquarie 10.5K. We are gobsmacked by the amount of support that we've had through this last 9 months in particular. It was truly amazing the amount of people that stopped us along the way to ask what Team Jodie was all about and what MND was all about and wished us luck. It's quite daunting having your name everywhere and people recognising you and recognising you for that reason. But if that happens, it means it's working. My personal philosophy is that awareness brings acceptance, acceptance brings funding, and funding brings research, which in turn brings cures and treatment. So doing this in the hope that a cure or a treatment can be found for MND and give me back a life that they think I won't have. So.
The fundraisers, I guess, are probably out of Jode's comfort zone, but probably tenfold that out of my comfort zone. I hate the attention sort of thing being on me, and I feel really uncomfortable with that. But you just have to learn to accept the help as well, I think, and that's probably not easy. Yeah, never give up. That's actually a caption from MND, and it's something that's pretty important to us, never give up.
I actually went to a specialist on Friday in Sydney, and his first question was, how are you? And the second question is, what do you think of the Ice Bucket Challenge? I think it's wonderful. I think any kind of awareness for MND is exactly what's needed. MND doesn't get a lot of government funding, so a lot of its research money is based through donations, so definitely got the thumbs up from me. So my sister's done it and challenged Mum and my brother and I to do it, which we will be doing it. We're actually putting a billy cart in a billy cart race. It'll be on the unveiling of that billy cart that we'll be doing ours. The kids have been talking non-stop about this for a couple of weeks since they were told. They've all been saving up their money ready to come today in order to able to put some water on their teacher. It was a lot of fun, very cold, but at the same time the joy on their kids' faces as they got to empty water on their teacher was one to remember. I know I got dunked many times. I think the outcome it was wanted to be achieved is to raise a bit of awareness about MND. I think at the same time keeping it very age appropriate for the children involved. It is quite a daunting disease for children that age to take on. But I think it's really important for them to have the awareness as they're our adults of the future, and they're the ones that we hope will continue on the fight for MND.
The billy carts was awesome. We really appreciate what they did to make them. It was awesome to jump in one, even won a race. So it's something that, yeah, we're definitely looking to back up next year. We've got people coming from everywhere, professional billiard makers that want to get on board and join us next year. So I expect that crew to double next year. I think it'll be awesome. It was a great day. Yeah, it was good to have some media there and that sort of stuff. We got a bit of a mention in the paper. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah.
There was 13 of us that went. I just really enjoyed being able to do new exciting things with my family and continue to make memories.
Oh no!
It was really important to be able to do stuff with the people that support you a lot throughout your general day-to-day stuff, and to be able to do something a little bit different and experience it together. It was great. I really enjoyed seeing the kids' faces when we went to Disneyland. I think that was probably a highlight for us, just to see the excitement in their face. And so Christmas Day we actually went to see snow for the first time. It was so nice to be able to go and have the kids do some sledding and build snowmen and just enjoy the time together and have some laughs.
The skiing was definitely one of the highlights. It was awesome. Probably struggled for a little while sort of thing, but got the hang of it pretty quickly. I had a couple of pretty good falls. But yeah, no, look, after about 4 or 5 hours, I was making it down the hill with no falls, so it was awesome, yeah.
My body's feeling tired. Had a bit of a fall a couple of weeks ago. There's times, I guess, where you just feel the frustration of not being able to do what you used to be able to do. I still believe that there's a possibility of change and things happening, and I still know that it's quite slow progressing for me, so I believe I've got time to be able to enjoy life and do things.
A couple of days ago now, we did the Walk to Defeat, MND. This one, they actually broke all the records. There was well over 1,000 people. They raised over $53,000. That basically goes to, I think, MND New South Wales, so that money gets distributed, goes into research, goes into helping care for sufferers. There's heaps of different avenues. It's all positive. Stuff like that gets in the paper, and the word gets out, and it's all good.
For me personally, having such a large group that are there for Team Jodie, I guess, is quite overwhelming. We had an awful lot of children that I actually teach who found out within this last year, and it was so lovely to see the younger generation really come through. So many people still don't know about MND, and you find that the minute they find out, everybody wants to help, because it's such a brutal disease really, that people can't believe that it actually still exists with no cure now. So every time we walk, every time we do something, if we can reach one new person, then it's successful.
Me and a group of mates sort of came up with a bit of an idea of completing the Great North Walk. It's about 260 kilometres. They recommend to take about 14 days, but we're going to try and do it as quick as we can, challenge ourselves. So the plan is to do it in 4 days or under if we can. We'll see how it goes. It's in the planning stage now, so it's a hard thing to train for. I guess heaps of squats and lots of time on the exercise bike and trekking and hiking wherever you can, but I really enjoy pushing myself and striving for that little bit more sort of thing. It's just going to come down to stepping up to the plate when it comes, I think, yeah.
I'm really excited, but at the same time trying to keep calm in that Something we've been waiting for over 8 months has finally arrived in Australia, and we're able to start the trial medication from France. We've heard the results, I guess, that have been happening overseas, and it's finally arrived here for us to be able to give it a go. At the same time, we're trying to keep calm and cool because it's not guaranteed to absolutely work, so we certainly don't want to be exceptionally disappointed if that's the case. So I'm told roughly between probably 2 to 3 months before we possibly see. They're a little bit unsure with me. I'm the third person in Australia to be on the medication and probably the least progressed. We're very thankful that Russell and Sian are still helping us fund for the first 12 months of medication. Very grateful that they're helping. I thought they were mad, to be totally honest. I thought they were mad. But knowing who they are and knowing what they're like, we knew we just had to let them go and do it and experience it for themselves.
We started from Circular Quay last Wednesday morning, and I had no idea what we were getting ourselves in for. I've put myself through a fair few physical challenges. I did a marathon last year, and I could honestly say that by the end of the first day, it was harder than the marathon. So it was literally like doing 5 marathons 5 days in a row, basically. I think physically probably the hardest was the second day in around Barrera waters. Like, it was practically mountain climbing. Felt like I was abseiling at points there. It was ridiculous.
The media generally don't pick up stories unless it's something a little outside the square. So look, I guess this walk has enabled us to access the media in that sense because it was outrageous. 2HD did a radio interview, as did UNIPPM. As well as that, we had the Herald do a story on us as well. So it's definitely reached the local community here in Newcastle. I know, walking down through the shops, etc. I saw you in the paper, and good luck with everything, and plenty of support around, and to get people to understand what it is exactly about. So it definitely ticked the box.
We had a lot of really good support as well, like moral support from the girls and everyone, and social media support and that sort of stuff, and especially my dad, Dave, and Stuart, Daniel's dad as well. There's no chance we could have done it without them. They set up the tents each night, and we weren't in a state physically or mentally to even attempt to do any of that sort of stuff, so to have all that done, certainly appreciated. It was really positive. I think there was no point there where anybody really talked about quitting or anything like that, and we all sort of stuck together as good as you could possibly expect, I think. So I think we're pretty proud of ourselves, what we've done, and to do that sort of distance in that sort of terrain in under 5 days, yeah, it's a pretty massive effort, I think. Like the last morning getting up, it was horrendous. It literally took me an hour and 20 minutes just to, get up out of bed and basically put all my band-aids on, all the bandages, strap my ankles, strap my knees. Those first few steps every day was always the hardest. That first kilometre, we always did it tough, but then sort of found a bit of a rhythm and worked our way through. The other boys certainly proved how tough they are to me. Yeah, definitely not to be underestimated.
That weekend I'd actually planned to go to Sydney months ago for the Netball World Cup, which was really exciting. So it was all kind of culminating on the same day. So World Cup final finished straight in the car. We didn't get to see any medals or anything being presented because we basically jumped straight in the car in order to get back here in time to see them finish. Look, we're super proud of them that they did it, and we certainly supported them along the way, even though we did think they were mad, and still do think they're mad. But yeah, definitely very proud of them for doing it.
Any other challenges, Matt? Anything else?
He's retired.
I'm working on a charity fight. Yeah.
No, he's not. No fighting allowed. Cue awkward silence.